Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Shadavia and this is Oshi Budgets, where I talk about all things money, budgeting, and savings related. So if that's content that you're into, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget the notification bell so you don't miss the next time I post. By the title of today's video, you can see I'm going to be sharing 5 sinking funds that you need in 2023 to help protect your budget. Now, if you're new to creating any type of savings plan, if you're new to budgeting, or you're just curious as to which type of sinking funds to set up, then I'm going to be sharing those with you in today's video. Now, a sinking fund is money set aside over a period of time for a specific goal or purchase. With sinking funds, you will set money aside normally on a monthly basis, but if that doesn't work with your budget, then you may do it daily, or some people even do it weekly. So again, it is based off of your budget, but essentially all you're doing is saving for a larger purchase over the period of a few months. So for example, let's say you want to save about $500 for Christmas by October. You want to get ahead of the holiday shopping, and you just want to go ahead and make that your goal. And so October is 10 months in the year, and your total goal or your total savings amount would be 500. So you'll do 500 divided by those 10 months, which would leave you then to $50 each month. So $50 each month that you would put aside for your Christmas sinking fund, if that's what you celebrate. And then by the time October rolls around, you're not worried about forking out a total of $500, maybe from like one paycheck, or trying to scramble up those funds. You've actually put a little bit aside each month, and then it adds up to that bigger number for you. So the purpose of your sinking funds is to do just that, which is protect your budget in the time of need, so that you're not going into further debt or just getting yourself into debt if you don't have any debt. It again protects your budget from not having you overspend, but when those emergencies do come up, or when those holidays or birthdays come up, you're already prepared for those. So again, today I'm going to be sharing the 5 top sinking funds that you need in 2023 that's really going to help you with creating those amounts, and then also protecting your budget in the long run. So the first sinking fund that you actually need, in my opinion, is going to be the first one that I just mentioned, which is Christmas. And I'm going to put slash holiday because I do realize that everyone doesn't celebrate Christmas. So Christmas slash holiday. So you want to create a sinking fund for your holiday periods, because those are typically when most people spend the most money. So if you celebrate, all the holidays, Easter, Valentine's, Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, like all of those are usually when we spend a lot of funds. People may spend them on clothing, they may spend them on pictures, they may spend them on food items or activities. So those are usually higher price things that people like to do. So having a sinking funds set aside for your Christmas or holiday fund is really going to help you out with maintaining your budget, protecting your budget, and not going into further debt. So make sure you guys start with a Christmas slash holiday sinking fund if you already don't have one. The next sinking fund that I recommend everyone has, well, I'm not going to say everyone, but I feel like it's important to have, is a sinking fund for your kids. Now, I do realize that, again, this does not apply to everyone if they don't have kids, but if you don't have kids and you have pets, create a sinking fund for your pets. I know how you guys like to treat your pets with treats. Some people dress their pets up. They have vaccinations and vet visits and things like that. So make sure you have some kind of sinking fund set away for your kids or your pets. I myself have a sinking fund for my kids. I have 3 kids, and being on a low income budget, I don't necessarily have like all the funds that I feel like I would want to put into that envelope, but it is nice to just be able to put something aside. That way when they do need things, then I have that money set aside and I don't have to worry about just again crawling myself back into further debt at a time. Kids and pets are expensive, you guys, so if you're able to prepare for it by just putting a little bit aside, it really does go a long way. So again, the second sinking fund that you need to have in your budget for 2023 is a kids slash pet sinking fund. Now on to the next sinking fund that I believe that everyone should have in 2023, and that's going to be your vacation. Now, I know personally myself, I don't get to travel as much as I would like to, but it is very important that you take time out for yourself and your family. So if that means traveling, doing a road trip, going to see family in different state, you know, having a birthday out of town, whatever it is, a vacation sinking fund is going to help you prepare for that. Flights, rental cars, gas, even like all those things go into considering your vacation budget. So just make sure if you are planning a girls trip or your next family vacation that you have a sinking fund set aside, so that again you're not breaking the bank and trying to come up with these funds in such a short period of time. If you give yourself a solid 6 months before your trip, and you could have even have started in 2022, or you can start the year prior to when you want to travel, because that'll give you even more time to be able to put funds aside, and you may even be able to put less aside. So instead of like $50, maybe you only need to put $30 because you have more time to actually save. So a vacation sinking fund is something that you definitely need. Again, don't forget to treat yourself even on your financial journey. Yes, we are, a lot of us are in debt and we're trying to get out of debt, but that's not the only thing that we need to focus on, because if we do, then we may, you know, not be at our happiest. So having that extra funds just put aside so that you can go on vacation, celebrate those small wins and milestones, it's really going to help out with protecting that budget as well. So the next sinking fund that I recommend that everyone have, and this one is a major one. So this one is going to be our car maintenance. So your car maintenance, it's very self-explanatory. It's the maintenance of your car. So you can actually tailor this however you like. You can put your car insurance on, you know, in this sinking funds. You can put your registration, your tolls, and for a new car, whatever it is that you're saving for that relates to your car, you can put into this sinking fund. I personally have my gas envelope, and then I have my sinking funds car maintenance envelope. So my gas is just that, it's something that I use on a daily or weekly basis, so I keep that separate in my variable expense binder because I know that's something that I'm going to need on a regular basis, whereas my car maintenance is going to help me prepare for those future expenses. So when I need to register my car, and what I think mine is due in August, so that's once a year. When I have to get inspections on my vehicle, when I have to do maintenance, when I want to go get a car wash, things like that is what I use my car maintenance for. But again, whatever it is, if you're again wanting to save up for a new car, maybe a car maintenance sinking fund can help you out with that as well. We all that drive, we have some kind of maintenance that needs to be done on our vehicle. So having this type of sinking fund set up is really going to help you protect your budget, because we know cars are not all the time 100% perfect. Things happen and we have to get them repaired, replaced, or restored, and we just want to make sure that we have the funds set aside for that, because car parts are not cheap. And the maintenance, keeping up with the maintenance of your car, that is something that could potentially break your budget if you're not already prepared for it. Now, the very last sinking fund that I recommend that everyone has for 2023 and really every year moving forward, it's going to be, I'm just going to put here, medical. Now, medical is super important, you guys, because We know that medical bills can be extremely expensive. We're talking thousands of dollars. Now, I currently have a insurance plan with my employer, and so a lot of my out-of-pocket or co-pays are low cost, so not something that I would necessarily need a sinking funds for. But if you are someone that does regularly visit the doctor or specialist, or you have a an insurance plan that, you know, maybe the co-pays and the cost of things or services cost you a little bit more, then having a medical sinking fund can kind of help you prepare for those large bills that come in the mail. Because worst case scenario, we don't want to have a bill that's too large and then we're not able to pay, and then, you know, it's on our credit for X amount of time and then it just puts us in further debt and we're just feeling bummed about it. So just trying to be prepared, you know, is really going to help us out here. A good rule of thumb when it comes to your medical sinking funds is that if you do have insurance, maybe you have a $6,000 deductible, and everyone, if you're not aware, once you reach that deductible, then essentially your insurance will cover, you know, everything else, but you have to meet that deductible first. So if you use your deductible of $6,000 as a reference for your sinking fund, and maybe you want to save all year long, so all 12 months, to try to save up for that $6,000, and not necessarily saying that you're going to need this $6,000, but you have it there in case of emergency. And again, this is what the sinking funds are for, to help prevent you from going further into debt and protecting your budget so that you're not stressed out in further debt without money and just feeling distraught because you're just so overwhelmed with your finances. So sinking funds, again, really help with that. These are my top 5 recommendations that you should have in 2023. And of course, if any of these don't apply to you, then that's fine. You don't have to use them. You want to make the sinking funds that actually work with your needs, because only you know your spending patterns. Only you know the things that you need to prepare for when it comes to the future. So I myself personally have about 7 sinking funds at the moment, but these 5 recommendations are, again, just a way for you to go ahead and jumpstart your finances in 2023 that usually costs you quite a bit of money. So again, just being prepared for those is really going to help out a lot. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, go ahead and do me a favor and drop a comment with top 5, and that's how I know you made it all the way through. Let me know as well if you have any of these sinking funds and which one you feel are necessary to you. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, but don't forget the notification bell, you guys, because that's how you guys get notified every single time I post. And lastly, before we leave, you guys, make sure you stay tuned for my next upload, which is going to be on Christmas Day. You guys, I have some super exciting news, and I promise you don't want to miss out. But that is it for today's video. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.